Hey guys, it's Dr. Conklin here to do a short lesson for you on solving inequalities. So we're on page 15 in our notes. Again, if you don't have the packet for some reason, you can follow along. And I want to actually take a look at some of the fraction ones today. Those have been a little tricky for people. So let's look at number 7. If I look at this question, I have 5 is greater than or equal to x plus 2 over 3. So the first thing we want to do is get rid of this 3 on the bottom. In order to do that, we need to multiply both sides by 3. So when I do that, I'm going to cancel out the 3 in the denominator. So these 3's cancel. 4 times 5 is 15 is greater than or equal to x plus 2. Now to get x by itself, I need to cancel that positive 2 with a negative 2. So I'm left with 13 is greater than or equal to x. When that happens, we do not want to have our x on the right side, so I'm going to switch the x and the 13. When I do that, I also have to switch the inequality so it's less than or equal to. So I'm going to go through each of these choices and think about it. If I have 16 is less than or equal to 13, is that true or false? Remember, the open mouth is should be facing the bigger number. It's not. So that is not true. So anything bigger than 16, like 18, is not going to be bigger than 13. Neither is 20. The only one that could work, let's try it, is going to be 13. Is 13 less than or equal to 13? Well, let's stop and think about it. It's not less than, but it's equal to. So this 13 is going to work because we have the equal to part. Okay, let's try another one with a fraction just to get some more practice in. If I go down to number 12, again, we're still on page 15. First thing we're going to do here is multiply both sides by 6. When we do that, the 6's are going to cancel. So 4 plus x is greater than or equal to 12. Now, to get x by itself, I'm going to take away that 4. So x is greater than or equal to 8. Now, I think our numbers got cut off here, but actually I sort of wanted to review how to graph this because we do have graphing on our test coming up for the end of this unit. So I'm going to put 8 right in the middle. I'm going to put 7 below and 9 above. Now, when I have that equal to part, right, that means I want a filled in circle. So I'm going to fill in the circle at 8. And then if I look where this arrow is going, it's going to the right. So I'm going to fill that in. Okay, so let's look at, let's flip to page 17. I want to do a few of these. These are just a little bit harder, which is good for us, right, guys? So let's go through and practice some maybe with distributive property. So let's look at number 1, same direction. Circle the possible values that satisfy each inequality. So first, I see we have parentheses here to start. Okay, so we're going to distribute one of our best friends' distributive property. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 9 times 3 is 27x is less than 72. Now to get x by itself, I'm going to take away 18 on both sides. Okay, you might want to grab your calculator for that one. But you can also do it out by hand like I'm just checking my work, is 54. So 27x is less than 54. Now to get x by itself, let's divide by 27, so x is less than 2. So now let's go through and see which one works. Is 1 less than 2? Again, the open mouth should be facing the hole, so this is true. Let's plug this one. Is 3 less than 2? Nope. Is -1 less than 2? Yes, right? Is 4 less than 2? So again, this is the bigger number. Oops. This is the bigger number. Is it facing the open alligator part? Remember, the open part should be facing the bigger number. So this is not an answer. Okay. Let's try number 7, going with our theme of practicing fractions today. So right underneath, we're going to start by multiplying each side by 8. Remember, we have that fraction bar, so we want to get rid of the 8. So I'm going to cancel 8 on this side. I'm left with 3x minus 2 is greater than 40. Now let's add 2 to both sides. So 3x is greater than 42. Divide by 3. And x is greater than 14. Okay, we don't have to worry about any weird inequalities with this one. But when we go ahead and look at this, what answers work? Is 16 greater than 14? Okay, so again, the bigger number is 16 and it's facing the open part, so that's true. Let's change the color. Let's check this one. Is 13 bigger than 14? Well, here's the bigger number. It's not facing the open part, so that is not true. Now here's the one that's tricky. Is 14 bigger than 14? So think about that. Is 14 more than 14? They're the same, so this is not true. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to, I don't know why I circled it. That's not true, right? And let's check the last one. Is 20 bigger than 14? Right, 20 is the bigger number, and that is true. Okay, let's try one more together, and then I'm going to give you guys a few to do. I'll give you a choice of what to work on for homework tonight. So number 8, I'm going to distribute this 2. I have negative 52 is less than 6x minus 4. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. These cancel. So just be careful with your addition here. Negative 52 plus 4 is negative 48 is less than 6x. Divide by 6. So negative 8 is less than x. When you do that, you want to take the x and the negative 8 and flip it. Remember we talked about that earlier? You always want the x to be on the left side. So now we have some negatives to look at, but we got this. Is negative 10 bigger than negative 8? Okay, be careful here, guys. Would you rather owe me $10 or owe me 8? Negative 8 is closer to 0, so it is small. It is a bigger number. So negative 10 is not bigger than negative 8. What is bigger than negative 8, though, is negative 6 is bigger than negative 8. That's true. And then this is the other one that we almost got played on before, but we're not going to get tricked. Is negative 8 bigger than negative 8? Not true, right? Then last but not least, is negative 9 bigger than negative 8? Again, negative 9 means you owe me more money, which is not a good thing. So this number here is bigger, is not bigger. This is smaller. It's farther away from 0. So this is not true. Okay, so for homework tonight, you guys do have other assignments to do. What I'm going to ask you to do is on page 17 to pick any 5 you want to do. Take a picture of all these. You should have 8 completed all together in the assignment, and make sure to take a picture and upload it to Google Classroom. Hope you have a great day. Keep up the awesome work, superstars.